Good afternoon. I'm Brian Stewart, one of the Assistant Scoutmasters with Troop 507 here in Winchester. I'm also a den leader with the Cub Scout Pack 507 here in Winchester out of the Crawford Memorial Church here in town. And I'm here with Isabella.
Hi, I'm Isabella. I am a first class scout who is part of Troop 507, and today we're here to talk more about the Pinewood Derby cars.
Exactly. So many years the tradition of Pinewood Derby racing has gone on, even when I did it as a scout. But even before me, the Pinewood Derby was first founded or invented by a cub master in California. In Manhattan Beach, and May 15th, 1953 is when they ran the first race. And from there, the tradition of doing Pinewood Derby racing commenced, and it's grown bigger and bigger ever since, and it's gone on ever since. So Isabella will tell us a little bit about some of the rules. We'll get into them a little bit so you can understand how the cars come about and what you have to do to make them legal to race.
When you first get your car, obviously it's just like a block of Pinewood, but for your cars, the width should not exceed 2 to 3 inches, and then the length should not exceed 7 inches. The weight's the tricky part, because obviously you should add, if you are going for the speediest car, you should add weight, but you can't have it exceed it either. So the weight of the car should not exceed 5 ounces, and then the cars should have at least 3/8 of an inch of the clearance under the car. As you can see, basically like a pinky finger under the car. That's the amount of clearance you should have. And so those are some of the rules when it comes to shaping your car. But in terms of racing and stuff like that, there's a lot more rules you got to follow.
Yeah, so we within the pack have a number of tools that we have. There's a gauge that we can literally measure all of those dimensions on the car with to be ensure everyone meets them and it's fair to all the other racers. Another couple of key rules that the Pinewood Derby cars have is that only a certain amount of lubricants can be used on the axles, and also the axles and all the pieces that you use on the car have to be official, scout supplied. You can't substitute your own wheels or axle pins. You have to use what's there. You have to use only dry lubricant, and all of the cars, if you can demonstrate here, yours does a good job of this, have to have 4 wheels. You can kind of in contact.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And have to have 4, but they have to also be in contact with the track at all times. And there you go. And then the track has 4 lanes. As you can see, 3 of them are occupied with now, and then there's one that's vacant. And they run down. Go ahead and show them that.
All right, let's...
Now, this is only a small section of the track. There are many more sections that constitute the full race, and
it's a very long track.
Exactly. Now, do you remember also how do we determine who wins and such?
We at the end of the track, there is basically...
It's like a timing game.
Yeah, it's a timing game. Yeah. So basically, they have a way to gauge, and whichever car they obviously separate the cars into the lanes, but whatever car passes through first obviously wins, and then they're able to record that time, and whoever has obviously the quickest time will win the race.
Yeah, so all the cars are raced down the track 4 times, so each car at least gets to go in any of the different lanes. Many people think one lane's faster than the other, and our goal when we set the track up is to keep the lanes as equal as possible.
Yeah.
Such that everyone has a fair shake and a fair try of getting down the track the fastest that their car can go. We want to make sure none of the cars interfere with any other cars, and that's kind of the main set of rules of what you're going to see when the Pinewood Derby race happens here this Saturday. Isabel and I are going to talk a little bit about what it takes to make one of these cars, starting with
a block
of
Pinewood.
Yeah.
so originally you just have the container. And then, so obviously, like we said before, you have to use the materials given to you. So in this box,
Let's
there
show
is a
them.
list
Let's
of
open it up.
materials. All right.
Pieces.
All right, so my immediate reaction when I see this is, whoa, piece of block, piece of wood.
Yeah.
As you can see down here, this is where you would put the axles for the wheels. So this is our pine wood. This is what we are gonna use to make the body of our car.
All these cars came from a block
Yeah.
just like that.
Which is pretty cool when you think about it. And then, so the rest of it is just pieces, but I will explain those pieces. So we have the wheels, which you can see right here on the car. And then we have the axles for these wheels. So usually what ends up happening is you put the axle through the little slot here, and you'll put that through the wheel. And then also we have a set of instructions, because everyone loves instructions. So that is, and we also have numbers for your car. When you get to the Pinewood Derby, you could put a number on your car, but you'll actually have an official car so they can keep track of whose car is whose. So
Yeah.
that is what we
So
have.
from that block of wood, we initially start cutting
The
such.
initial process.
Here's an example of a car that's, partly complete, and you can see those are those slots. Those slots are required to be. You can't reposition those slots. You have to have.
You have to work with what's there.
Yeah, exactly. You can do a lot of other things. If you've seen some of these cars, the one in the middle.
Yeah.
That Max showed us earlier is a good example of that. Yours even too. There's a lot of different, things that have been changed.
Yeah.
But the one thing that's consistent with all of them is that the axles have to be put into this slot. From there, the sky's the limit.
Yeah,
Now,
really, honestly.
Exactly. So the main competitions within the Pinewood Derby, as we've shown earlier with the track, is that to get the cars down the track for the fastest time, and the fastest time is the one that wins the awards.
The race.
And we give out different awards based on the ranks of different Cub Scouts, and then there's an overall winner for the fastest car in the pack. Did yours do that one?
Mine never won an award, but it
Neither
was
did
like
mine.
it wasn't like it was a bad car. It's just
No.
there was one car my year that was like
Super
really
fast,
fast. Yeah, so that car won everything. But
There's a stiff competition. So what other competitions are there? You remember?
yeah, so
this
there's
is a good example.
like,
of
yeah,
that.
so there's most people when they're making their car, obviously not everyone's gonna have the fastest car. So most go and try to earn design awards. So there's like best design, like most creative, most realistic, like Eli's car, he won most realistic with his Jeep Wrangler. And then there's speed, so like first place, second place, and third place. And I'm sure there are tons of other awards, but those are the ones
So those are
I
pretty much
remember
those
off
are
my
pretty
head.
much it. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a couple of places each in the different design awards that Isabella just told us about, and then there is also a couple places for each of the speed awards for the 5 different ranks within the Cub Scout pack. Tiger all the way through the Arrow of Light rank, and after that it's just who's the fastest within the pack. And those that are the fastest within the pack have the opportunity to go on and race in like the district races or beyond if they win there.
And they have a really good car, which if you get that far, you have my congratulations.
Exactly. So hopefully all of this has made you understand a little bit more about the Pinewood Derby if you've never seen it before, and even if you have, you understand a little bit more about what's going on. So what was your most favorite part, I guess, for enjoyment building that car?
My favorite part was building the car with my dad. Like I've never even like worked with like power tools before, or, like any wood cutting tools, and he really helped me with that. And he was the one who helped me make like the build of my car. And just like the whole time with him, like the experience was something I'll never forget. It's really fun.
That's great.
What was your favorite part about your car?
My favorite part about the car is like how we got all the little characters in the windows.
Yeah, the Beatles.
Yeah, because I didn't really know how to do that, and we just ended up printing out little pictures of them and cutting it into circles.
Yeah,
And
stickers.
then we went over it with Mod Podge.
Yeah, Mod Podge is always a good finisher for cars. What inspired you to make your car?
Well, and what inspired me is the car is a Jeep Wrangler.
I could see
So,
that.
and my dad, I don't know if we had the Jeep Wrangler. I don't think we did yet. We have a Wrangler, but my dad really wanted one, and so did I, and we just thought, like, why not make one for the Pinewood Derby?
What were the materials you used when making your cars?
Mainly well, let's start with this one. Let's start with the crocodile. So we had so to make the eyes, we had a stick and we chopped it into like a little circle, and then we cut it in half again to make little semicircles.
Nice.
The teeth are made of toothpicks.
Very pointy teeth.
Yeah. For these two, we got a little. Oop, the tree fell off. We got a sort of like a landscape like kit from Marshalls or Michaels.
I love Marshalls.
So we used that for both of these. I actually got some help with my brother for the fire pit. He actually was willing to 3D print the fire pit.
Oh, that's so cool. I was just going to actually ask you who helped you make your car, but it seems like your brother did. Who helped you make your car?
My dad helped me basically do the designs. He helped me put on the wheels, which was a hard part.
Yeah, that's the hard part. I forgot about that part. How long did it take you to make your car? Like the body?
Maybe, 2 days.
That's pretty quick for that, because I would think sanding and sawing would take a while, but that's really good progress.
But the sanding took about 3 days.
Oh, okay. I see.
So that's 5 days.
Colin, when you made your car, were you trying to earn any certain award?
Yeah, I was trying to go for speed, which I think I did throughout all my years.
When I made mine, I went for speed too, but obviously I did not win, but it's okay. Which one is your favorite car?
Ooh. I have to go with the Graveyard. I think the
Really?
Graveyard
Why?
is- I feel like, I don't know.
Just like you like the design.
Yeah, I like the design. I like there's a lot of detail in it.
Yeah.
And it also won best overall design.
Nice. I have to say my favorite of yours is actually the one with the campfire. I think that's my overall favorite. What's your favorite part about the car?
I think like the detail, and it won the most realistic prize. So like,
Oh, really? That's
yeah.
awesome.
So I guess probably because of the detail, and I guess that's my favorite part.
I can see it's Harry Potter, so did that inspire you to make your car?
Yeah, we basically did it lightning bolt shaped because like Harry's lightning bolt.
On his forehead, right? The wheels you said was the hardest part of your hardest part when you were making your car. Were there any other hard parts, or was it really just the wheels?
Basically just the wheels. And the painting, the HP was really hard.
Yeah, I see you got really good painting skills. It looks exactly like the...
My dad basically did it.
Well, you still did most of it though, I hope, right?
Yeah.
What was the hardest part when you were making your car?
The hardest part was probably making like this thing on top because it didn't really, so like the block that they give you, it wasn't tall enough, so we had to like find another piece of wood.
Oh, okay, I see. Because I was going to say, because usually for the Pinewood Derby cars, it's only like a block of pine wood, and it's like, all right, go shape your car.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for answering these questions. And now we're finished. We did it. Woo!